What if Samsung's most loved smartwatch was making a big return, but this time with a brand new twist? That's exactly what's happening with the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. Just days ahead of Samsung's Unpacked event on July 9th, a real-world image of the watch has surfaced, and it's giving us a much clearer picture of what could be Samsung's next big thing for your wrist. This isn't just another computer render or a blurry leak. This photo, shared by leaker Setsuna Digital, also known as Instant Digital, shows us the actual device in someone's hand. And what really grabs attention is the shape. It's no longer the fully round design that classic fans have come to expect. Instead, Samsung seems to be going with a squircle shape, a mix between a square and a circle. We first saw this kind of design with the Galaxy Watch Ultra, and now it looks like Samsung wants to use it across the board. Now, let's talk about the details. The Galaxy Watch 8 Classic in this leak has a metal body and a black leather strap that gives it a clean, premium look. On the side, we see two physical buttons, nothing surprising there. But what's exciting is the return of the rotating bezel. That's right, the one feature that truly made Samsung's classic line stand out from all the others is back. It gives users a tactile, satisfying way to navigate the watch without touching the screen too much. For a while, Samsung had replaced this with a digital version, but that never really had the same feel. So bringing it back might be a smart move to win back longtime fans. Looking closer, the bezel looks thinner this time, and the screen might be slightly larger than before. It's not confirmed yet, but the leak does suggest a sleeker overall design. We've also heard talk that the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic could come with a brighter screen and stronger durability, possibly tougher glass or a more water-resistant build. Those would be welcome upgrades for anyone planning to use the watch for workouts, outdoor activities, or just everyday wear and tear. Still, Samsung hasn't confirmed anything about the specs just yet. What makes this leak so interesting is how it lines up with everything else we've seen recently. Over the past few weeks, leaks around the entire Galaxy Watch 8 lineup have been picking up. CAD-based renders gave us a basic idea of what to expect. Then there was a strange eBay listing that showed what appeared to be a working Watch 8 Classic, suggesting that test or early retail units may already be floating around. And now, this photo adds even more proof that the Watch 8 Classic is ready to go. So why does this matter? Because Samsung seems to be taking the Classic name in a slightly new direction. Is your next smartwatch about to cost you more than expected? If you're eyeing Samsung's upcoming Galaxy Watch 8 lineup, you might want to brace yourself because a new leak just revealed some unexpected price hikes. Well, we've had good news about the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 prices in Europe. The same can't be said for Samsung's new wearables. According to a recent report by WinFuture, the Galaxy Watch 8 and the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic will be more expensive than their predecessors, and the Ultra 2 model will remain the most expensive of the bunch, despite only a few changes. So let's break down exactly what this means. First up is the standard Galaxy Watch 8. It's expected to launch into sizes 40mm and 44mm, and both variants could cost 40 to 50 euros more than the Galaxy Watch 7. If we take the launch prices of the Watch 7, which were 319 euros for the 40mm model and 349 euros for the 44mm one, the Watch 8 models could now start at around 359 euros and 399 euros respectively. That's not a small increase for a smartwatch that may only offer mild upgrades in terms of features. Then there's the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. This version will also be more expensive than its 2023 counterpart. The Watch 6 Classic launched at 419 euros, with the top-end 47mm LTE version costing as much as 499 euros. Now, the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic is expected to start at 469 euros and go all the way up to 549 euros for the highest configuration. That's a 50 euro hike across the board. What's surprising, though, is that the Classic won't be the top-of-the-line model anymore. That title will once again go to the Galaxy Watch Ultra, Samsung's most premium smartwatch. And even though the 2025 version, which some are calling the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, doesn't seem to have a lot of changes compared to the original Ultra released in 2024, apart from new color options, it's still going to cost the same as last year's model, a steep €699. Many assumed that since this year's Ultra looks nearly identical to the first one, Samsung might lower the price, but according to the leak, that's not happening. So while the Classic sees a price increase, the Ultra holds its premium price tag with only a mild refresh, making it the most expensive option in the lineup once again. Now here's something else to think about. Will Samsung continue selling the original Galaxy Watch Ultra after the new one launches? It's unclear. Keeping the 2024 model in stores might help offer a cheaper Ultra option. Is Google about to disappoint its most loyal Pixel fans with the upcoming Pixel 10? That's the big question floating around after a fresh leak spilled nearly everything about the phone's specs, and let's just say, the camera department might not bring the joy we were hoping for, while Google seems to be preparing a few nice upgrades, like a larger 4,970 mAh battery and a super bright screen that can reach up to 3,000 nits. The camera news is not all that exciting. According to a detailed report by Android Headlines, Google is sticking a 48-megapixel main camera into the Pixel 10, which wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't the same sensor from the budget Pixel 9a. That's right, the Pixel 10 could end up with the same camera hardware as a cheaper mid-range phone, and that has raised a few eyebrows. On top of that, Google is taking a step back with the ultra-wide camera, reportedly dropping from the 48-megapixel sensor found in the Pixel 9 to just 12 megapixels in the Pixel 10, even though image quality isn't all about megapixels. Using older or lower-end sensors does suggest corners might be cut this year. Yes, there's now a 10.8 megapixel telephoto lens offering 5x optical zoom, but again, it's the same one found in last year's Pixel 9 Pro Fold. And when you compare that to the 48-megapixel periscope lenses in the Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL, it's clear that this telephoto lens won't wow anyone. It feels like Google is trying to offer 3 cameras just to tick a box, not to bring serious improvements. Now, if you're wondering what else the Pixel 10 will bring to the table, most of the other specs are more of the same. You'll get a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus organic light-emitting diode display with a 120Hz refresh rate and a brightness bump to 3,000 nits, which should make it easier to read in sunlight. It's still protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and powered by the new Google Tensor G5 processor, made using a 3-nanometer process. That's supposed to offer better performance and battery life, but we've heard similar promises before with past Tensor chips. The Pixel 10 is also expected to come with 12 GB of RAM and to storage options, 128 GB and 256 GB. Charging speeds should stay the same, with up to 29 watts of wired charging and 15 watts of wireless charging. There's even the same 10.5 megapixel front camera for selfies, no real upgrade there either. The design will likely stay unchanged as well, with the familiar rounded shape and camera bar on the back. And with all this in mind, the price is expected to remain at $799 for the base model,